Here we go. I've got some volume. I've done it again. Oh my word. Oh my word. Anyway, that's just the way it is. Yeah, there's nobody there listening at this minute in time anyway. Right. So I'm just going to start building up who I think is for the Netherlands. So questions are in the comments. Please leave your comments and say who you like. But let's have a look at some statage for the Netherlands first and foremost. So first of all, let's go in and have a look here. I wasn't very successful with this one the other day, actually. Probably should have tried it a little bit more. Netherlands men's national team. There we go. Let's see if we can see Netherlands stats and history. Don't want that. Here we go. Am I missing a load there? Yeah. These things do my head in. Adverts, but I suppose it's what pays for the sites and allows the likes of me to use them. Let's go a little bit wider. Oh, don't want to go too wide. It's getting quite wide, isn't it? Getting quite wide. Here we go. Right. So, World Cup. Let's have a look and see. Quite a big one that we all like, and let's be honest, is the expected goals. So straight away, at the top of this list, we've got, interestingly, Cody Gakpo. Look, what a clinical finisher he's been in this tournament so far. 0.6 is his non-penalty expected goals plus assisted goals. Or plus expected assist and goal. But he's actually scored 3 goals already this term. Frankie de Jong with a goal and an assist. Davy Klaassen, 1 goal, 2 assists. Memphis Depay, he's had a really high expected, but he's not delivered yet. So actually, maybe this is the player that we want to be bringing in from the Netherlands. If we're going to be bringing in from the Netherlands, that's basically because. Shall we take an image of this and post it? What do we think? Can we move some of that along? Can we post this? Can we do a screenshot? Let's do this. You won't be able to see what I'm doing here, but I'm just doing a cheeky. Let's go like that. Is anybody looking at defenders? Maybe we should leave that one in there. But those for me are the players to be targeting, because we're looking at goal. I mean, the clean sheet thing, we can almost decide that when we're looking against who they're playing. This is form, obviously. You know, we're not looking at who they're playing at this moment in time. We're just looking for the best people from each nation. We'll look at the odds and stuff like that very shortly for each one. And this might take a while, to be honest. And your input is very much valued. So I'm just going to copy that. And I'm going to post it in my tweet here. So, comments. Tweet my reply. There's the image. So, I'm just going to put my comments. So, my first choice. Actually. In fact, I'm really liking the look of De Jong. Is he classed as a midfielder in the game? Or is he classed as a forward? Because trying to find the midfielders that can get us points has been quite difficult. Certainly to start the tournament. But I think it's increased as we've gone along. And one of the things I think I'm going to be personally doing is not having as much money up front. I think there's a plethora of forwards that we can choose from. Some at certainly decent prices. Richarlison at 7.5 springs to mind instantly. But midfield and defender, it's harder to find them. People who are going to get those hauls for us. So that's what my sort of initial thoughts are. What do you think of that? Should we be putting more money in midfield and defence? I mean, initially I was Neymar, Messi, Mbappe up front. Went for the big boys. And to be fair, you know, it served me fairly well, to be honest with you. Surely got to bang a goal in soon with that XG. So I'm hoping that this builds up as we get more and more information in it. It builds up for us all to use and can become a reference point, and we can add to it as we go along. That's the thought anyway. If it doesn't work, this, by the way, I probably won't do it. I might not do it again, but I like the thought of doing it all together. That's what I'm like. And because it's quite easy to choose the players that have been doing well, but football's not like that. People, unless your name's Erling Haaland, of course, and Harry Kane, he's delivered consistently this season as well, to be fair, in the Premier League. You know, people aren't delivering on a game every game, one after the other. I mean, they may be in rich veins of form. That's where you got to decide and have the eye test, and that was what is this conversation is hopefully all about. Must be due soon. So I'm just writing. Oh, you can see what I'm writing. Won't bother reading it out. If you are on, have I got anybody on? No. No, even if you're watching this later on, then please do put your thoughts in. I just want to see if Frankie de Jong is classed as a midfielder in the game. Click the right one, Paul. It's classed as a mid at 8.5, so looking really good. Really good option. He's playing in quite an advanced position as well, I think. Let's go and have a look at some of the heat maps and stuff for these players. So, in terms of SOFA score rating, let's see how the players are looking. Luc de Jong. Okay, Frankie de Jong. Yes, he's classed as a midfielder. Oh, what we've done. There we go. Let's have a look and see what he's been doing then. So this is the World Cup 2022. He's everywhere. He's creeping up on the left-hand side. Not so much in the box, but he is getting in the box. Let's have a look at some of his stats. He's played every game. Minutes per game average is 89, so he's a shoo-in. He's scored once. What does it say about assists? Passing assists, one. On his heat map, he is getting into the box, and I do remember him getting in the box as well. So he's a scorer and a provider. I think as a midfielder, if we're looking for, you know, we're going to put more money in midfield, then yeah, he could very much be an option, couldn't he? He could. And let's have a reminder who their fixtures are up against the US of A. So yeah, I think a very good option there. So I'm going to put him in there also. And I want people to get in and have a little chat about it, see what they think. Frankie de Jong. Also, he's looking good on the eye to me. And could be, I'm not going to put is, and could be a great MID option. Is that how you spell his name? Frankie, is it, or Frankie? Frankie de Jong. Okay. Frankie, E on the end. That's it. Frankie de Jong. Great mid option. with 1 G and 1 A, capital A already. Thoughts? Okay. Right, so I'll put that one in. And those are some of my thoughts. If I go and have a look on is there anybody else that's sort of like catching me out that I'm really thinking about a pick? Oh, obviously we've got Gakpo. He's my picture. He's like been the main man for the Netherlands, hasn't he? Gakpo also looking. Let's get it. Let's find a cheeky little fire symbol. Do we have room? He is classed as a forward on this. He's got to be, hasn't he? Let me just double check before I post it. G-A-K. Gakpo, a £7 million forward. So he could be like one of the players that I'm talking about, like, you know, where we're putting players up front and putting that money into midfield, you know, alongside the likes of Richarlison, the £7 to £8 million forward line. We have room in the front line for. Make sure you say hello if you join me, because I feel like I'm just on my own at the minute. For 7 mil. For mid. And because the 7 before the game started. Bear in mind, I haven't taken my wild card. It was only 5 points for a goal for defenders and midfielders, and now it's 7. So I think they are at a premium. If we can get one of those that are scoring, then great. And I benefited from that midweek. I had 12 points off. Phil Foden. Right, so they're on there now. Let's have a look. Oh, somebody's on board. Who have we got? Make sure you say hello. I'm just building up my round of 16. And I've got this tweet here. Sorry if I repeat myself, but it's mostly for the stream. And yeah, this is the Netherlands, so I've now put some information here. I'm encouraging everybody else to do the same and talk about what they're thinking for these, each nation, basically. So give me a wave. I'll have a quick sip of my coffee. Thanks for the like. Right, let's move on anyway. So those are we looking at? I mean, is Virgil van Dijk a good option? Is Dumfries a good option? Because he was at the beginning of the tournament. Let's have a quick look. Because we've all been over Dumfries. I mean, David Klassen's a good option as well, isn't it? Is he? Can he keep that going? Can he keep that going? Let's have a look and see what Dumfries has been doing then. I mean, do the Netherlands keep a clean sheet against the USA? What do you think? So playing on the right, I see his attacking stats 57. What's he managed attacking? 0 goals, 0 expected goals. He's played every game. every minute of every game. No shots. 57 touches. I mean, that's not for me moving forward. I mean, maybe he's going to come into his own, but you know, I've listened to a lot of other people talk about Dumfries, what an absolute shoo-in he was, and maybe I listened too much to that. I mean, he did get me a clean sheet along the way, so not the end of the world. But he's not somebody that I'm going to be considering. What about anybody looking at Van Dijk? Because we know if you watch a regular watcher of the Premier League, he can get forward. He can get the odd header from corners. Certainly tackles and interceptions as well. Oh. What's Van Dijk looking like? That rhymed. That's why I stopped. Virgil van Dijk. I'm just wondering, actually, just off the top of my head, I'll just stop there. Am I dismissing Davy Klaassen because he's ex-Everton? And he was pretty rubbish. So lots of tackles and defending. Don't forget there's points for that as well. Have we heard about Pulisic yet? Is he going to be available? I'll have a look in a minute. We'll go on to America because he's been the main man for the USA. Absolutely, he's been the heart and soul of everything, and they didn't quite look the same without him, did they? I don't think anyway. Let me know if you think different. So stats down here on the right. So playing on the right side of as a centre back, played every game. He's got an expected goal. He's got more expected goals than Dumfries, 0.13. Get some shots away in each game. He's had 3 games, so he's had 2 shots. 2 shots over those 3 games. That'll be headers, I'm sure. Inside the box, two opportunities, shall we say. 2 clean sheets. So Dumfries hasn't done me bad, but this is where they go out on the attack, and he's right up there. So maybe Van Dijk is an option. Not my favourite. I always do prefer wing back, so I'm not going to recommend him. But if you think he is, then please visit me tweet. Put your comments there. No problem whatsoever. Let's go back to my tweet then. So, I think that's going to be my recommendation. Oh, somebody's joining in. Let's have a look. FPL Rover. Defence going to be rather template. Sosa plus maybe a 4.5 and 3 from this. So we've got all different players here. Netherlands Blind, Ake. Interesting. Thanks for contributing, FPL Rover. Don't know if you're online watching this right now. So Blind and Ake. So different to who I've not even considered those. Let me have a look. This could take, what are we on, 25 past 1? Could be a while on this. I don't care because I love it. This will carry on, by the way. Whatever I don't get done now, I may well pick up after the final game this evening. If not, I'll be up first thing in the morning and we'll go at it then until we've been for every single team. If that's not your thing, then there's plenty of people out there telling you who you should buy. Yeah. Well, there's not actually, because there's a few of them that have moved on. Right, Daily Blind, what am I doing? Stop chatting. Think. Right, defenders. Daily Blind. Ex-Man United player. Playing at left back by the look of it. Or is he playing as a bit more of a left winger? Left back, that is, isn't it? Look at his position. Right, played every game. Shots per game. He's getting a shot away every game. It's good to see. But no goals. What was his expected goals? Shots on target 0.3. 0.17. Still had the 2 clean sheets though. So obviously defence is looking pretty good for the Netherlands. I think it's Netherlands that go through, to be honest, if I was going to pick one between the two. Only thing is, like, this is the World Cup of upsets. It's turning out to be a little bit. So I don't really want to like fully hedge my bets on it. I'm sipping my coffee. Right. Those are my thoughts anyway for them. Right, let's go in to have a look at... Let's go back to my tweet and we'll go to... Senegal. Now, any Senegalese fans on here? People from Senegal, that'd be lovely. Now, Idrissa Gana Gueye is suspended for this game, and obviously he's a deep holding midfielder. Breaks up a lot of play, and I think he will be missed in this game. So I can't see them conceding. So for me, I'm not looking at a defender. A lot of people didn't expect them to get this far. Who are they playing again? If I look at match day 4. Fixtures, Senegal up against England. So I'm fully expecting England to win this game. But, like I said, if this is your team and you want to support them, or maybe the funds dictate this, I think I've got a few notes here. The 2 players I'm looking at for Senegal would be Sarr. So let me just put my comment in here. So tweet my reply. So Sarr is on penalties. Let's go and have a quick look at some of his stats. Add some more images here maybe. Any questions you've got, by the way, put them in the box. 2 o'clock I will go and do the lineups for today's game, and if we've got transfers to make, which I could well have because I've got Cancelo and Costa in my team, and if Cancelo's not playing, I'll be taking a hit because I'm not having a 0 player. All my substitutions have been done already, so I've got nobody else to bring in, so it'll just be a 0 player. And for 3 points, I'll be taking a hit. So when we look at straight away, Ismaila Sarr straight at the top of the at the Sofa score ratings. We click on him, see what he's been up to. Playing on the left wing, but everywhere as well. Looks like he's swapping from time to time. Not in corners by the looks of it, but he's played every game. He's averaged 85 minutes per game. He's had 1 penalty converted, so good news that he's on penalties. Shots per game, 3. I think if anybody could be scoring, Ismaila Sarr. We know him from Watford. If he's on form, then he could be absolutely excellent. Great little cheeky punt. It depends. Do you think England are going to be sitting back enough or like defensively minded enough? Bear in mind he'd be playing on the left, so he'd probably be up against Trippier, possibly Alexander-Arnold, possibly Walker. If it's Walker, I don't fancy him as much. I suppose this is one for closer to kick off, I suppose. But no, if it was Walker, I wouldn't fancy him as much, to be honest with you. But the other 2, I think, are more attack-minded and could well be a great option if that's the case. Let's take a little bit of a... Ismaila Sarr. Screenshot. I'm going to put this in. Let's vary it up. Copy. You can't see that page, can you, as I'm doing it? Do apologise. Alright, so there you go. Ismaila Sarr is the stand. I'm not going to read it out as I'm doing it. I don't do this when I'm on my own, I promise. Or maybe I do. I'll let you know. Everyone enjoying the World Cup, by the way. What great entertainment it's been the last 2 nights, hasn't it? Ismaila Sarr is a standout option for me on penalties and 3 shots. Are they on target? Can't remember. Are they on target? So that's shots per game. on penalties and averaging 3 shots per game. I'm going to go and have a look at Dia in a minute as well. So if it's Walker, it's make sure you say hello if you want to. Also, if it's Walker, it's Trippier. Now, does he come in as a midfielder? Which, if he does, then he could be for me, if he's a midfielder, he's an even better option than as a striker, because, as I've alluded to earlier, I think there's a great amount of strikers that we could choose from. It's not like FPL where it's pretty tricky. SARR. Oh no, see, he's down as a forward, which is a bit gutting, but he is a budget forward, and we've talked about, or I've talked about earlier in the stream, about looking for some budget forwards. So he's the best option for me. The other possibility is Dia. He's looking pretty good in terms of the eye test. Another forward for 5 million. So if you're looking for an absolute bargain, he might be the one. Let's go and have a quick look at his stats before we move on. And Koulibaly in defence is an option also, I suppose. Although I do think England are going to win, so in that sense, no, he's not. No, he's not. Where's Dia? He's not even up here in the top 10 players. What? Is he called something else on this? Dia. Forwards. Ulai Dia. I think he came on. Did he come on as a sub? I think he did, didn't he? I know he started all game, minutes per game 83. Only scored once though. Expected goal 0.57, so that's half of Ismail Assar. Shots per game 2. The same on target though as Ismail Assar, but he's not on penalties. So for me, you're not going to have both of those, are you? So Ismail Assar is the one to have from Senegal. So Ismail Assar is 10 hours for me. He just he is on. And maybe now I put a bit more information on here. Maybe this tweet will get a bit more interaction. But I wanted to do it together. I just spent about 2 hours setting it up last night, getting all the pictures and stuff like that. So that's it for Senegal. Have I got anybody online? Do you think differently? Maybe this will pick up some more as we go on. Maybe I need to do a short version of it as a video. I just don't get much time. That's why I do the streams. It's a bit easier. Right, where's my e-cig? Right, who's next on the list? England! Any England fans out there? I'm Welsh. I won't be supporting England, I'm afraid. I do apologise. I can't. I've lived in England too long and had too much grief for being Welsh. Banter grief, of course. Banter grief. But yeah, there's absolutely no way I can live around a load of people gloating over me because England won the World Cup. Had it before many times, like certainly when the Rugby World Cup. So no, that won't be happening. But there are some standout players for me, and I don't know if it's because I love him in FPL and I've been waiting for him. I think Phil Foden is the #1 choice for me for England. Reason being, he's a midfielder. Let's go and have a look at some of his statage. Let's go and see who's been performing well for England. Goal and assist in his first start. And he just looked boss, didn't he? Let's be honest. Him and Marcus Rashford, both great choices. I'm just not sure Rashford will get another brace back to back. And he's more about the goals, Rashford. So I can see him scoring. I can certainly see him scoring. I just think Phil Foden has potential for more. Am I wrong? Let's have a look. So, look at this, according to Phil Foden, 6.95. That's so far in the World Cup. He hasn't played all the games, has he? Let's click on him. Let's see what he's got. See if I'm right. Look at his attack. 84 for attack. That's huge. Taking some corners as well. I think he starts against Senegal. What do people think? Does he start? Shots per game, 2.5. You can already see he's on target. He's missed one big chance. Scoring every 109 minutes. So almost 90 minutes, that is. That's probably how many minutes he's played because he's only scored once. Yeah, so it is a small sample size, so it is difficult to say. But he's been on top form for City this year, and there's every chance. He's playing on the right. There's every chance that Walker starts this next game, and there is an understanding between those two because they play for the same club. And he does move from side to side, and I'm sure in training, they're playing on the same side, more often than we see in the games. Let's have a sip of my coffee. Key passes 0.5 per game. Left-footed goals from inside the box 1. Free kicks. He's not on free kicks. I think he will be one day. Yeah, he just looks that. Yeah, I think he starts. So, who else have we got? Let's go and have a look. See if we can. Let's go back. Now, does Saka start? Who starts for England in the next game? That's the key, isn't it? With these players. Marcus Rashford as a midfielder. I don't think he's in the game, is he? If he is, he's a shoo-in. No, he's down as a forward at 7.5. Still, he fills that bracket if we're looking to, have some more money to spend in midfield. I mean, there's no premium midfielders that I'm going to be going for now. If we look midfield, like Kev De Bruyne's out, Sané's out. These are like the most expensive, as I seem to remember. Bruno Fernandes is a very good option. I just don't like it when he plays with Ronaldo. Although it's not made a difference in this tournament, has it? We'll come to Portugal at some point, I'm sure. What time are we on? 1:41. I think Rashford has to be an option, doesn't he? Better option than Harry Kane. Harry Kane's a good option, but he costs a lot of money. He's consistently sort of delivering. He's got another assist. What's he had so far? Has he scored? I think he did. Did he score against England? No. So no goals for Harry Kane in 3 games. He's playing that false 9. More so, isn't he? He's due a goal. There is that as well. He'll be desperate to get on the score sheet. Maybe he's a really good option. 88 for attack. It's very difficult, isn't it, England? Because you know the players so well. And you do really, like some of the other nations, I don't know the players very well. I don't know the teams they play for. So they're not eking their way into my thoughts based on their club form. Right, let's start putting some information here. So, So Harry Kane is the shoe-in, isn't he? And due a goal. Phil Foden. Don't forget, if you're joining in, then please do share your say hello, basically. I have got the volume on, haven't I? Yeah, I've got the volume on. People aren't just coming in and leaving. No. Let me just check my channel, see if, make sure it's there. Saying live. Is it saying live? Make sure I've got the right thumbnail up and stuff like that. Make sure I'm not just talking to myself. No, it says live. Okay, that's it. Everyone must be busy in work, etc. It is Friday, just looking for the game. But we're on 1:45, 15 minutes, and I will do the team lineups for today, and we'll see. Maybe we'll get a few people on then. It's probably one of the most difficult nations to select from. He would have been a lot of people's favourite going into the tournament for the Golden Boot, wouldn't he? But it's not looking like that's going to happen now unless he, unless he gets a hat-trick in the next game, and then he may have an option to sort of like have a go at it. And if they get further and get, you know, in the fight to the final even. Yeah, Phil Foden's got an assist and a goal and looks sharp. G in 1. Let's leave that 2G in 1. Let me see if I can take a few words out here. So this is probably one of the most difficult nations to select from. Who starts with? Harry Kane is the shoe-in. Due a goal, have not scored yet. Phil Foden started one game and got an assist and a goal. Let me abbreviate that, and then I can put that and got 1 G and 1 assist. And look sharp. And Rashford is a great. Oh gosh, what's going on? I'll definitely press. I can't spell. A great forward option. 2 goals in 1. 1 start. He's had 3 goals in the tournament so far. Did he score in the previous game? Let me get this right. Yeah, 3 goals every 36 minutes. That's an amazing stat, isn't it? He's on fire, isn't he? He is on fire. You know, maybe I can see me going with a really budget forward line, to be honest with you. Gakpo, Richarlison and Rashford sounds pretty good to me. And this is just the first few sort of teams that we're looking at. It's going to be a difficult selection, this. Difficult selection. Harry Travo, mate. Good to have you on board. Good to have you on board. I've not had anybody really join me on this one, which is fine. I'm just working out which best players from each nation so far. I'll take you through it, mate. See what you think. Since I've got you here. Let's put that on. So yeah, thank you for liking and retweeting this, buddy. But yeah, Netherlands. Let's have a look. What have I put? So I'm liking the look of the pie because his expected assist here 0.9, but has yet still to deliver, and that's what I'm trying to look for. Players that look like they should have been delivering and not quite done so yet, because chances are if they keep going and playing with confidence, it's going to come, isn't it, mate? That's my thoughts anyway. So Depay's sort of my favourite. Look at Frankie de Jong up there. 1 goal, 1 assist already, playing every game. So those are my thoughts. I was looking at Dumfries as a defensive option, but I'm just not. It's got no shots, no key passes. It's just not doing it. Just not doing it. So not for me in this game. Senegal, to be honest, I've got one player after a bit of analysis. Ismaila Sarr, I think, is the only one. Dia's a possibility, but the fact Ismaila Sarr's on penalties, I think it pushes him in front of him quite significantly, actually. And also, if it's Walker playing, not for me, but if it's Trippier or Trent, I think he could be a great little cheeky option. Gakpo, Dumfries. Do you think Dumfries, mate? Because look, let me show you. I know it's only form, but it's the fixture that they've got next, but up against the USA, maybe. But I was just looking before. Let me show you this. His statage, mate, so far this tournament. He's up here, his class is in the mid. Right, okay. It's getting high, he's getting in the box. Obviously 0 goals. This is his stats, mate. Shots per game, 0. Big chances created, 0. Key passes, 0. I mean, you look at his heat map and you think he'd be getting, you'd be expecting him to be quite far back here, but he's playing. He's hugging the touchline. How many crosses is he putting in? We've got crosses on here. Accurate crosses, 0. At 0%. So the Dutch haven't been that good. So there is a good chance that USA could snatch a win here. Yes, mate. Absolutely. Absolutely. Totally agree with you. What I want to find out, though, is Pulisic going to be fit for the game? Because he's been their key man. I mean, I like the look of Weah's son. Is it Timothy Weah? He looks a bit of a live wire. But I think with him, just my initial thought is that final ball there, is the consistency there for him at this moment in time? But yeah, no, do you still think Dumfries after you see that? Right, let me just go back. How are we? We're 7 minutes from the lineups. Let me just check they've not come up as yet. Because some of them have come out a little bit early. World Cup football. Let's make that a bit bigger for y'all. Just going to narrow this down a bit slightly. That was for that FB ref site. I like it, but it just goes a bit narrow. There we go. It's a bit better, isn't it? Should be fit, Pulisic. Weah was a very good finisher. Yeah, he looks sharp, doesn't he, mate? I like him. I like the look of him. Plus, he's George Weah's son. George Weah? It's George Weah, isn't it? The brain matter's not as as good as it once was. Question everything now. Never used to question anything. I believed everything I said. So today, South Korea, Portugal. No, so no lineups for them. This is the one for me. I've got Costa in goal, although he's on my bench at this moment in time, and I've got Cancelo as well. Ghana, Uruguay. We've got lineups. Here we go. So Ghana, you got your man Kudus playing. He starts, buddy. Great news. Hope he gets a score for you today. And there's your Liverpool boy playing for. Oh mate, this game is for you. Yeah, Liverpool now, ex-Liverpool. Bentancur's an option here, isn't he? He's looked really good. Settling into life at Spurs more and more. Roche does start, so I've got one starting goalkeeper, so that's a good start. I do prefer the Portugal if they've got a full lineup. I'll put that to a vote in a minute if he's there. Let's go back and see if the Portugal game's up. Here we go. Here we go. Costa starts. Ronaldo up top. Neves. Cancelo starts. Happy days. They've gone full strength. They want to top the group. Ruben Neves, Nunes, Porter, Mario, Diogo Dalot. He could be a good option, couldn't he? For the next round. Cheeky defender. Cheeky defender. Well, that's good news. Looking at my team then. So they're going for it up against South Korea. So, right. I'm just going to go and change my substitution now. If it lets me, I'm sure it should do. Sub on. It's not even a debate, I think. Let's only be Ghana versus Uruguay will be high scoring. Yes, mate. It's the game I'll be watching till the children come home. Good news today is my good lady wife is picking up the children after work. So, no rush. Just saying, Harry Travel, what I intend to do, mate, I'm just going to be working on this. It's no like massive rush. I'll probably come and do this after the game tonight, and not too sure because I think my wife wants a bit of time together tonight, possibly. And yeah, if that's the case, then first thing tomorrow morning, I'll be up and I'll get on this until I've gone through every single team and I've done a full analysis, and then put my team together. But what I've been talking about, Harry Travo, is the front line. I think there's a lot of forwards we can choose from. What are your thoughts on this? Because I think we can save some money. I mean, I went into the tournament with Messi, Neymar and Mbappe up top. But obviously, we've lost Neymar now. But there's some really good options. Gakpo, Rashford, Richarlison, all around the £7 million mark. And, you know, we've still got other teams to sort of come through as well that I'm sort of like going through in my analysis. And we can put that money, because there's, you know, basically then there's no restrictions in midfield and defence is what I'm thinking. Bearing in mind most of the expensive midfielders have gone. So we can put our money, we can have pretty much who we want throughout the rest of the team if that's the case. Strongest goalkeepers as well, which I think will come into play even more so in this in these final rounds. So less money up front and more in the rest of the team. Which will be complete opposite to how I started the tournament. What do you think to that? Anybody else online? Let's have a look. So, if you just joined, lineups are in. Let's have a look. You did Perisic to Ziyech before their games last night. Mbappe to full Krug. So 2 transferred, paid off this match day. Well done, mate. You haven't made any round of 16 drafts yet. We'll start proper thinking for it from tomorrow morning. Well, mate, I'm going to be thinking about it tomorrow morning as well, I reckon. I don't think I'll get on tonight, to be honest. But yeah, I'm going to be up probably first thing. So it'll probably be, what, 7 a.m. here. Possibly early if I wake up early. I do tend to wake up sort of 6 o'clock, but I'm going to get on it in the morning. So I'll probably look like 12. Are you 5 hours ahead of me? I think you are. So yeah, if you want to come and think and join in with me, that's absolutely fine by me. But no, I'm really thinking about that cheaper forward line. When we started this game, it was only 5 points for a midfielder gold and 5 points for a defender. Now we've got a bit of a small sample size of the midfielders that are playing well, the positions they're playing. You know, once these games are completed tonight, we'll have that information, won't we? And hopefully help us make some better decisions. Foden, what a great choice he was. Great choice. I see you had him in your team as well. Let's have a quick look at the league because you've overtaken me, buddy. Although I am top in my league that I've been in for years, my fantasy football one. I've called it this one the Welsh Warriors. But I've dropped to 5th in this league. A couple more people have joined. I do love the name of the guy at the top. While my Qatar gently weeps. Brilliant name. You've gone into 2nd, mate. 8 points behind. Well done. Have you got one player left today? I was having a look last night. Let's have a look. Kudus on the bench. Are you going to bring him in for anybody? Are you going to take him out for Kimmich? Are you going to go for the gamble at all, mate? I'm assuming you're going to swap the goalkeeper on 2 points. Who's the saying he play for? Iran. No, you're not going to swap him, are you? You're stuck with your 2 points there, mate. So you're bringing Kudus in? I bet you are. 5.5 hours ahead. Okay. Right, mate. Well, as soon as I'm up, I'll just get on it then, to be honest with you. I'll give you a little nudge. Kimmich out for Kudus. Yeah, brilliant, mate. Hope he smashes it for you. It's worth it when he's only 3 points, isn't it? It's almost like taking a hit in one way, isn't it? When you think about it. Which is why I wasn't worried about transferring out Cancelo today if he wasn't playing. But I'm buzzing that he is. This is his game. This is where hopefully I can catch up with you, mate. And Costa in goal as well. It's close. It's close. I'm dead chuffed to still have the wild card though. Have you still got yours? Lots of people, like, you know, as they're contemplating their teams, who they're still going to have in their team for the following game week. So they'll have to just figure out who's going to win first for the following game. So I'm glad I've got nothing to do today. Happy with that. 2 players left to score. My rank, by the way, currently, it's still saying 137,083. I'm happy to say it's increased from yesterday. We were on 54k, I think it was yesterday, or 56. Now up to 34,759. What's yours saying on the leaderboard? So you've done your wild card, mate. Okay. So I think I've got a little bit of a differential going into this final straight because, yeah, I've got the unlimited now. I'm going to play my wild card in the quarterfinals the following game week. Then do the wild card hack. So I've got basically a wild card for the semis, and then happy days. I've got like 5-6 transfers. You know, if I want to transfer me wild card around, you know, based on who wins and goes to the final and who doesn't. So I think I can have pretty much who I want playing for my teams, obviously budget allowing, for the rest of the tournament. Excuse me. 8,400. Well done, mate. 8.4k. So, what does that... How many points ahead are you? So, for number 1 rank, 246 points. 181 points is 8.4k. That's a lovely rank, that, isn't it? Top 10k. Got to be happy with that, mate. What's your target overall? I think with my wild card left in, and with you being in the top 10k, if I can get in the top 10k, I'll be very happy. I've never been in the top 10k of any fantasy football team in my life. Fantasy football comp. Right, anyway, let's get back to looking at some of these teams for tomorrow. See what else we can put in. So this is my tweet. So England, I've done it. Did I finish England? Who have I put in there? Can't remember what I've done now. Most difficult. So Harry Kane, good, great option. Phil Foden, Marcus Rashford. Luke Shaw's obviously a great option, isn't he, as well? I think. He's the only guaranteed sort of full-back defender. Not so convinced that Trippier's the great option for England as he is for his club. I mean, he feels like a bit, almost like one of the main men up at Newcastle, but he's just one of the team, I think, in England, to be honest with you. Luke Shaw is looking solid, and he seems in a good place mentally as well. I've watched a couple of bits, hanging out with Jack Grealish, isn't it? He's just enjoying life. Top 1K, brilliant, mate, great target. Let's, if you could, I'm going to try and get there as well. But if I get 10, I'll be so happy at top 10K. I'll be able to put something decent in my bio on Twitter. Luke Shaw is looking solid and a great option for his 5 mil. What's his stats look like? Am I making it up? That's just the eye test. What do you think of the English defence? Yeah, mate. That'll just be the top 1K. Would be brilliant. What's your highest ever finish in a game? Because I know you play a lot of them, don't you? Where's England gone? England, where are you? Oh, I've gone the wrong way. There we go. That's right. So in terms of defence, Harry Maguire is getting the highest defender rating. But he looks like he could score, doesn't he? But he always looks like he could score. You finished 500th in the UEFA Champions League fantasy last season. Fantastic, mate. Around 3 million people. That's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. This is why you've got the knowledge, mate, because you watch world football. This is why you've got this knowledge. And I know you do writing for All About FPL and things like that as well, but like, you should make a career. You know, you should really. Is this a career? Is it a career for you? Because if it's not, you should be with all that eye test, I think, mate. Right, 3 matches. Oh, this is the whole team. I was thinking, bloody hell, that's good. 9 goals scored. Who's that? I'll have him. All right, let's have a look and see. Luke Shaw. And I think I can compare. Can I compare? So if we compare him to Maguire, because at this moment I think it's between those two. So Maguire's come on in blue. Lots more tackles, lots more defending, as you'd expect really as a centre back. Creative attacking. So whose are these stats here? Was that both of them together? That's a bit weird, isn't it? When you get one set of stats down the bottom. Must just be the first person I had. But no, I don't think I could go for Harry Maguire. Yeah, no, I know you're right for them. Yeah, of course I do. Yeah, that's why I mentioned it. But is it? Do you get like, you know? Is it a career? You know, is it a job? Are you making money out of it? Basically, obviously, I'm not making any money. It's just a hobby for me. This, do you know what I mean? Maybe one day, you never know. Brilliant, mate. Well, I want to share your stuff as much as possible. I sure do. So let me know how I can help. Oh, forward. Right, where was I up to? So look, I think Luke Shaw's the best option. He's getting forward a lot. And he's the most nailed on, isn't he? Most nailed fullback. Okay, so that's England. Right, moving on to the next team then. What time are we on? 2:10. So, USA. So, what we got? Have we got any news on Pulisic? Let's have a look. Pulisic injury update. 8 hours ago, Fox Sports. He's doing everything in his power to play on Saturday. That doesn't sound too great, does it? He said he's just seeing how I'm feeling. He's taking it day by day. When he asked, no, I didn't get hit in the balls, he said. I'm all right. It was very painful. That bone is there for a reason to protect you, and I hit it well. I was sore. Okay. Okay. I'm not so sure. Reading into that for me is a very dodgy decision. I'm assuming the unlimited transfers aren't going to go through. Yes, we will chat more about it on DMs. Absolutely, absolutely. Right. I don't think he's going to start reading that. I don't. So, let's go. In fact, I'll go back to that for a second. Where was that story? Let's go forward, because this is, I think, quite important. Let's share this quote with people. Take a little cheeky screenshot of it. So he's even debating whether he could train yesterday. Did he train yesterday? So, reading this. Unless he's blagging, but I don't think he is. He's almost like the national treasure in terms of football, isn't he, at this moment in time with his performances so far? Whereas I don't think. Starts. Who else? Who would you have, Harry Travo from USA? I really like the look of like that Timothy Weir as well. What were his stats like? Let's have a look. Am I just imagining it? I don't think I am. Oh no, forward. Nice. Gotta go, Mark. Yeah, lovely. Catch up with you soon, mate. Take care. Thanks for joining in. Really appreciate it. Right. USA. Yeah, top of the sofa score rainbow, Christian Pulisic. Timothy Weah, let's have a look and see what he's at. 22 years old, he's a good age, isn't he? 185 centimetres, he's got good height on him as well. He's not been smashing it. Playing on the right hand side, it's not a corner or everything, but he's played every game. Most of it, 84 minutes per game. 1 goal. Expected goal 0.61. So that's not bad. He's having only one shot per game though. And up against England, is that going to be enough? I think there's only Timothy Weah for me as an option. I do, to be honest with you. Sorry, Pulisic as an option. He'll be taking free kicks and things like that if he's playing. I think if he's not playing, I think the Netherlands will thrash them, to be honest with you. I really do. Let's have a look. How far have we got down this list? Are we halfway down yet? England, USA. I think I'm going to stop there, to be honest with you. Once I've done this, because I'm running out of breath. And I'll pick up the rest tomorrow. I mean, memory's getting so much worse. I can't remember who they're playing now. They're playing the Netherlands, aren't they? Yeah, no, I think Netherlands are looking. It's all round, isn't it? Frankie de Jong, Klaassen. The Pie still needs to get involved in all of that. Gakpo. There's a good. The goals are coming from all over in that forward line for Netherlands, and I think they could go a little bit further. To be honest with you, certainly get to the semis. Getting stronger as the tournament's going on. I'm predicting. I think Netherlands will win. It's almost like my little notebook, this, yeah. I think Netherlands will win, so... defenders for me. Dumfries has had no shots and no crosses. We'll talk about Dumfries, are we? There we go. Right, we'll win some. No defenders for me from USA. Right, so there's no spelling mistakes. Got a little cheeky pointy finger there. I don't know what I'm on about. Right. That's it. What we got? 40 minutes. I'm going. I might get some more people on tomorrow morning, realising they've got to do their team. Yeah, it's a bit boring on your own, got to be honest. So, there we go. I'm out of here. I'll see you all later. Enjoy the football today. I'm off to see some reindeer later at 6 o'clock at Reindeer Lodge with my 2 little girls and my good lady wife. So, I won't be able to stream before the game tonight. Yeah, I will be looking to do a stream tomorrow morning, first thing though. As soon as I wake up, I'll be down them little stairs, running to come and see what's been going on. All right then, guys. Cheers. Thanks very much. Those who have joined me, don't forget to subscribe and like to the channel if you're new to it. And please do visit the tweet. The link is in the description below. And put your thoughts in there as well. Tell me if I'm wrong, you know, in a constructive way, of course. And tell me why, if you're going to. That'd be great. All right then. Thanks a lot. See you later.